Alright guys, this is going to be my review of Justice League Power Rangers number 2. And this was pretty good. I've been liking it so far. The one complaint I have is the same as the first issue, is that this comic just really just goes. This thing is just, there's no real, there is some points, but it doesn't feel like it's all there. There need to be some points where it needs to stop and breathe. But no, this comic, very much like the Power Rangers show, is very much go, go, go. Power Rangers. I made an unintentional funny. Yay me. Anyway, so this picks up right after Kimberly had run off in the Pterodactyl Zord with the Batmobile in tow, and the rest of the Justice League come in and they go to rescue Batman and fight the Rangers. It's a pretty quick fight. There's actually a great moment where there's this great moment where Superman taps on the Pterodactyl Zord and he goes, "Excuse me, miss, but I'm going to need you to put down your pterodactyl." And I know in Superman's mind, Clark's mind, he's going, "That is a sentence I thought I'd never say in my life." So meanwhile, down below, John Stewart, The Flash, and Cyborg take on the rest of the Rangers. When John activates his ring and puts a barrier over them, they decide, you know what, let's do something we can't be contained, and they just summon the Zords. I still don't know how they're able to do that, even though they're in another dimension. No, they just summon the rest of the Zords. They don't form the Megazord, but no, they just summon the rest of the Zords and fight them there. And it's weird because it's in the middle of Gotham City, and it's in the middle of Gotham City, and they're trying to be like, contain collateral damage. And there's no other like bystanders around really. It's just them. It's just the Rangers. It's just the Rangers in the league. It's so weird. But yeah, what happens is Kimberly and Superman to stop everyone from fighting. And also there's this great moment where the Flash actually runs into the Zords and starts taking Rangers out of them. I was like, huh, it's kind of cool. But yeah, I found it kind of BS at two moments. One, when they used the Zords to break out of the containment, but then again, I guess John wasn't using his full power to hold them. That's the best guess I have, is that he was just building a barrier for people. He wasn't building them for giant fucking dino robots. But the other time was when he builds a shield and the Dragon Zord, I think it's the Dragon Zord or the Tyranno-Zord, destroys the barrier that he makes. I'm like, I don't know about that one. The Green Lantern barriers are hard to break through. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like I said, this comic just goes, and also, like I said, Superman and Kimberly stop the fight on both ends, basically after Wonder Woman uses the lasso of truth on Kimberly, and, yeah, she's like, "Sorry, we didn't mean to," yeah, and here I am going, you know, a lot of crossover fights would be ended like that if Wonder Woman just had the lasso on her. But, anyway. So the Rangers talk about, they apologize first for attacking them, and then Zack says, "Look, we can't leave yet because Zed is in your dimension, and he's gonna do some terrible shit." And Zed, meanwhile, is floating out in the space of the DC Universe, and then gets beamed up to who else's ship but Brainiac's. There's also a great moment in here where Zed is actually in a bottled city, and he thinks Brainiac is a giant, so he makes himself grow big. And when I say big, it's human-sized, back to his regular size to confront Brainiac. And I love that moment where he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna cower in front of this bitch." But literally, in the panel where talk goes to Brainiac's ship after they first meet, and you think they're gonna fight, but no, it skips ahead and goes, "Sometime later," and Zed's like, "You know what? We're not so different, you and me. We want to rule the universes, but I got an idea. You help me, I help you. What if you wanted an Earth, you couldn't have this Earth, but you could have another Earth?" And Brainiac's like, "Go on." So, Zed and Brainiac have now united, which means, in the first issue, if you guys have read the first issue, you guys remember that in that issue, what happened was we saw Angel Grove apparently destroyed, but now that Brainiac's here, it probably means that Angel Grove it's a shrunk city now. Brainiac shrunk it down, and now it's in the possession of Zed and Brainiac. This is pretty interesting. I find it weird that Brainiac's just like, "Okay, I'll just team up with you and give you some of the creatures that I've captured." And yeah, it ends with Zed and Brainiac sending down giant monsters to attack Earth that look like these Cthulhu type creatures, and the Rangers in the League team up to fight these monsters, which means Megazord in the DC universe. Yay! All in all, like I said, this comic is very fast-paced in the nature of the one property it's crossing over with. It is kind of weird to see, Brainiac, because Brainiac doesn't really team up with anybody. It's very weird to see him team up with Zed. I'd have gone with Darkseid, but hey, it's still cool. I mean, Brainiac's my favorite DC villain, so it's still pretty cool. Anyway, so with that being said, this comic was pretty fun. The artwork's really great. It's just the problem of this comic just has no breather time. And I understand you got 6 issues to do, but still, you can just have a little time to take a breather. And yeah, but I am really excited to see the League and the Power Rangers, team up to fight these monsters, and of course Zed and Brainiac towards the end of this comic book. So yeah, it's been a lot of. This has been pretty fun so far, and I think that's the key word with this crossover you have to go into. That it's not really deep. It's not really a deep and thought-provoking comic. It's just fun. You finally have the Power Rangers and the Justice League teaming up. How awesome is that? So there you go, guys. What did you guys think of this crossover? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.